All right. This strategy is not new. In fact, none of it's new, but many people haven't heard of it. And we're going to talk about it and how it's been used before. Okay, so this is a hub. This is a model for social media marketing. It's got you know, your website. You got your different social media platforms: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, and you got your uh, website link in the signature line of your email. Maybe you got your Bling card. You've got in link in your Bling card link. You have your business or your website. Okay. Well, it's not new or unique to social media. All right. Back at the turn of the last century, the U.S. Steel came into existence because the president of Carnegie Steel was a guy named Charles Schwab. And at a banquet in his honor, he gave an impromptu speech talking about his vision of a new way of doing the steel business. And in the audience was J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan was about to finance a group of a fragmented group of steel distributors for the railroad cars, railroad ties, shipbuilding, uh, barbed wire, telegraph, all this. And then he listens to Schwab and he's like, wow, with Carnegie's mills making steel products and refining the steel, making the steel, and these groups distribution, we have everything that Schwab's talking about in his vision. So he meets with Schwab and gets Schwab to broker the deal with Carnegie to form U.S. Steel. And they, you know, they did ship, they provide steel for shipbuilding and trains and railroads and telegraph and barbed wire. Okay. Now, I used to work for a company called High Sierra Group, and they had High Sierra Chemicals that provided cleaners, degreasers, and sanitizers to the produce warehouses. There's more produce warehouses in the Rio Grande Valley of Texas than there is in the whole state of California. And they have to keep their warehouses clean. They got to protect it from the pathogens because that's our food supply. If it gets contaminated, it can really wreak a lot of havoc within our country. All right, it's very serious business. So they had Ceres University that taught these classes for the produce, the food safety managers and the warehouse managers. All right, so they could be current and pay attention to this stuff because it's serious. Right, they had Ceres inspection services that actually contracted to Primus to do these inspections. Then Ceres Consulting, they would consult with these producers and make sure they had it together so they could pass their inspections. And then they had AME certified laboratories, which also tested for the pathogens. So this is all under one umbrella, under one guy, retired Army Ranger Colonel, Vietnam vet, PhD, the Dean of Ceres University, Dr. Carl Koch. All right, and then they're on my website, you'll see a link to the Quick Mount Heroes Initiative. This is a franchise designed for veterans in the mid-level management, but mostly who's taking advantage of the guys that are retired, 05s and 06s. But it's they waive the franchise fee for veterans, the $45,000 franchise fee, and for about 20 grand, you got a business. And it's installing flat screen displays for businesses and homes. And I turned them on to LED City, who had the first OEM in China manufacturing LED lights. They're out of Dallas, Texas. And they have an incredible digital signage technology designed for the Texas heat for outdoor, but it also works really well for indoor. And so by adding one 10 by 20 flat screen video wall to a bar, a event center, a church, whatever, they'll double their income. Okay. And then I started thinking about, um, you know, these event halls, that they have wedding receptions and quinceañeras. They need um, video. And I talked to the guy from my church, told him my concept, what I'm thinking about. He said he was a producer in Hollywood. He knew another producer that didn't make most of his money wasn't made doing video production. It was made with his energy drink. And he would do these crazy videos of motorcycle races and auto races and skydiving to market his energy drinks. Okay. And of course, right down the road, like 3 miles away, is Red Owl Boxing. And they're about to have an MMA bout coming up in September, right in there. And I'm thinking, this would be a good hub business strategy, right? Each of these businesses would feed into the other, the other thing. Together we are stronger. Okay, you can see the little diagram on the bottom, right? Now, what I do and what these infinite banking strategies come into play, you see the top Excel spreadsheet. Now, this is somebody just starting off, making like having a $12 an hour job, whatever, working in a warehouse, working in a grocery store, whatever, all right, getting a part-time gig, okay, and in making maybe half again as much income, but increasing about every 3 months, they're making more money. And in a year, they'd have the $20,000 to get into that franchise or something that's another opportunity. Now, then, if you look at the bottom, so we start them off with a convertible term policy. Most term policies are convertible. So when they start making more money, they get their emergency fund funded. They can convert that without having to go through underwriting to get another medical exam. They could just fill out the paperwork and start paying the increased premium, which is actually part like a savings account, a tax advantage savings account. It goes tax deferred and it's tax advantage. You don't pay tax on that money when you take it out. And that's according to IRS code 7702 alpha. So now you got your business and you made enough money in 1 year, you've got your startup business, and then you bought another one. Okay, now you don't want to create your own competition, so you buy other businesses or buy into other businesses that will feed your business. Okay, and in this case, it's showing, making money from the different businesses and how many you can buy within 9 years. You get a tax advantage savings of $4 million. Okay, but that's how you do it. You get them started with something they can afford. Just get them the protection with a low cost premium for a term policy, but it's big enough. So when we do convert it to a permanent policy, they got enough to be their own bank. And they may have to buy more policies. I saw a video of a guy that does business consulting, and he's got like 12 multi-million-dollar policies. He's just pulling money in and buying businesses and putting it back and buying and selling and putting it back. All right. So this is what we're talking about. Now I'm going to include this video on my website until the principal for All Into Life. He's done the other two videos, these animated videos that look really good. So I'm hoping that he can get one done for this concept. And I love this presentation with these animated videos that we still have. All three of my videos will be done by the same producer, which is the principal for All Into Life. All right, have a great Sunday.